Well, hello and welcome to our world. Welcome to another episode of Cut the Card Lunch and Learn series. How are you doing, Miss Joanna Rincon?
I'm doing fantastic, Mr. Cedric Lafleur.
Well, that is awesome. You know, folks, every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central Time, a new Cut the Card Lunch and Learn series will release. And make sure you're ready to write down any notes and be ready to take some action on the stuff that we're going to be teaching you. So you may ask, what is Cut the Cord? Cut the Cord is a 30-minute training that airs on live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and it's going to help elevate your mindset. It's going to help you set new goals. It's going to help you get outside your comfort zone. It's going to help you start saying things like, I'm already good enough. I've earned it. I am smart enough. I am because I am. It's going to give you, Joanna, what we call that it factor. Visualize it, pray about it, plan it, work it, live it, and most of all, don't give up on it. And man, I'll tell you what, Joanna, this series that we've been teaching has been really good. And so I'm excited to come to you again today. We're in part 3 of this 10-part series of embracing new beginnings. And today we're going to be talking about, how do I know when it's time to change? Ooh, man, I'll tell you what, this one is going to be really good. So, Joanna, are you ready to get running?
I am ready. I stay ready, Cedric, right?
Oh, that's right. You were born ready. I forgot about that. Look, folks, I don't even know. I asked her that she was born ready. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. So I'm excited to share with you today. How do I know when it's time to change?
Awesome. Well, change, we all know that change is difficult and uncomfortable, right? And because of this, you might have a hard time knowing when it's time to make a change within your life. Not right. However, there's several signs, right? There's always signs. There are several signs that you can watch out for, which can help you indicate to you that it's truly best for you to make a change in your life. Now, before we start diving into these signs, I just want to say sometimes we have those signs and we know we're getting those signs. We have that feeling, but we just simply avoid them. So as we dive into these different signs, think about maybe there was a time maybe where I had a sign that I should make a change in my life, but I completely ignored it, right? So make sure you take notes, because these are great and they're going to help you identify in your own life when you have those signs coming to you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's get going here. So, the first thing is, you aren't proud of your friends. Now, how do you know you're not proud of your friend? How do you know when it's time to change? The first one is, you're not proud of your friends. See, when your best friend calls you to tell you her exciting news, and all you can feel are feelings of anger and jealousy, this is a sign that something is making you unhappy in your own life. See, if this happens to you, take a good look at what makes you unhappy in your life. And when you find it, start working towards changing it.
Awesome. Sign number 2 is, you spend lots of time daydreaming. Now, everyone daydreams sometimes, right? But if you're spending more time in your imagined future than in your present, this is a sign that you need to change something within your life. And, perhaps consider starting by turning one of your daydreams into an achievable goal. Make a plan. Start taking action, because that's what we need. That's the magic word. And I know Cedric loved that word, is action.
Absolutely. I love the word action. You're feeling. Uh-oh, this is a big one right here, right? When your friend or your coworker asks you how you are, you should say that you're great without having to lie about it. right? If you find that you're always telling someone that you're okay when you're not, that's a bad sign. See, you deserve to be happy. I want to make sure you understand this. You deserve to be happy. And you might have to make changes in your life for that to happen. So think about it, think through it, and be ready to embrace action.
Absolutely. The next sign is there has to be more to life. Now, that feeling because we all been there, right, Cedric? That
Mhm.
feeling when you say, come on, there has to be more in life. And so maybe you get off work and you sit in traffic and know that there has to be something different out there, which is better for you, right? Because a lot of times it's when we're frustrated, right? In those moments of frustration, that's when we think, oh my God, there has to be better. There has to be something out there better for me. And so if you have these feelings, then change it. Change is most certainly a necessity in your life. I'm going to say that again because somebody out there needs to hear this.
Mhm.
If you have these feelings, then change is a most certainly necessity in your life. Now, feeling like you need change is the most certain sign that you need to change, to take that first step. Having that feeling, that's what you need to start taking the first step to change. And it is time to listen to these feelings. You will feel better when you do. Because if you continue to avoid them and ignore them, then guess what? You're going to continue to be where you always been. In order for you to get different results in your life, you have to take action. You have to do things different. The definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing, expecting to get different results. All right, that's what we're here to stir your soul and help you make some changes in your life.
Right. Absolutely. 100% agree with you. And here's the thing, folks. Um, how do you know when it's that time for you? See, sometimes it may seem like you're staying the same, that staying the same is the easier choice in your life. But just like the graphic on the screen says, change, 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 change. That means it's time. But if you find you are no longer proud of your friends, you daydream all the time, and you feel awful, this is a sign. These are just a small group of signs that it's time for you to make a change, right? Now, there are a lot of other things that may happen that may tell you it's time for you to make a change, but these are just a small list of things. If you're no longer proud of your friends, if you daydream all the time, and if you feel awful about yourself, it's time, folks. Make a change. The king of pop, Michael Jackson, said it, right? He's going to make a change in his life, right? John, do you want me to sing the song?
Of course. I
I'm
would
not
love to
singing
hear
on
you
here.
sing a Michael Jackson song.
I'm not going to
As
sing
a
on
matter
here.
of fact, I would love to see you dance and sing.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna do that in the next series. All right. And if you think there has to be more out there for you than there currently is, you know what? It's definitely true. It's definitely time for you to change. So take the leap, jump, and commit to making the change in your life every day. Commit to it, folks. Just go and do it. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to do what we call review and reflect. See, reviewing your life, your business, your relationships, your friendships, any of those things. See, reviewing is about assessing something with the intention to improve where possible. That's what review is. Then reflect. Reflect. See, that's taking it deeper. You think deeply and carefully about every situation. So review and reflect, review and reflect, review and reflect will lead you to the change that you need to make in your life. And only you know how to do that. No one else can decide that for you. No one else can make you do it. But folks, I want to tell you, reviewing and reflecting, and then taking action on that change will help you know when it's time to change.
Yes, Cedric, I wanted to add before we end, us as human beings, we're more comfortable with old problems than we are with new solutions. And that's why sometimes these topics of change and just like being bold to do like radical things in your life, it's so uncomfortable because we prefer to be doing what we're doing, even though we know it's not working, because we want to be comfortable. Then trying new things and knowing that there's something better out there for us, and we refuse to take action because we know it's going to take some work, it's going to take some sacrifices, it's going to take some intentionality, it's going to take you to be really, really intentional about everything you do. So we hope this lesson has helped you to start thinking about some changes you want to do in your life, and how and help you identify those signs, right? And pay attention to them, because when they do come to you, to your awareness, is because there is time for you to make a change.
Right. And look, folks, we know this. It takes bold commitments to do that. It takes a bold person to make a change, right? To get outside of that comfort zone. Everything around them feels comfortable, but it's not right for them. Everything, they don't want to get out of that comfort zone. You may not want to get out of that comfort zone. I understand it. But in order for you to reach a level of happiness, in order for you to reach a level that you want to be, you got to let go of the old and embrace the new. And that's just a part of the cycle of life, folks. It's not that the old is bad for someone else. It just may not be good enough for you anymore. And sometimes that means, boom, releasing, cut the cord. That's why we do this series. Cut the cord and let it go, and see your life starts to flow, and see the things that you want come into fruition, come into reality. Think of something that you started new a year ago, or 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. How you felt once you finally did it, once you finally took action on it. Didn't it make you feel better about yourself? Weren't you happy when you realized, wow, all this time I should have done this? So quit holding on and let go and start to flow. That's how you're going to know.
Oh, that kind of rhyme. Let's do a song with that.
Hey, I got that in me. So thank you guys very much for tuning in to Cut the Cord Lunch and Learn series. But let me tell you, folks, again, this is not just for you. This is for you to share with someone else. So you may not need it. You may already be flowing, but you know a friend, you know a family member, you know a colleague, you know an associate, whatever you want to call them. You know someone. This could be a business partner, and they need this. So we need you to share this with them, whether you share it on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Share it, share it, share it, folks. And if you're a Christian, God says that he wants us to go out and share the word and spread the word, right? So this is what we're asking you to do as well. Spread this word, this message of change. Embracing change is what this 10-part series is all about. And we're excited to bring it to you. Tell them there's no strings attached. There's no cost to them. We're not going to ask them to buy anything. We just want to add value to them. So share this with your friends. Johanna, I want to thank you for a great lesson today, and helping our audience understand, how do I know when it's time to change?
Oh, thank you for this opportunity. It was a great time, and thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you all on Wednesday again at 12 p.m. Central Time, and we're going to have another juicy segment of Cut the Cord Lunch and Learn series with the mini series Embracing New Beginnings.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you guys, and goodbye.